Hello, it is me again, going to feed the pigs. But earlier, when I came out to check on the pigs and feed them, I noticed a little bit of an issue with the way that I'm set up over here with the netting and stuff. Nothing that I think I'm gonna really be able to fix, but, and it's been resolved, so I'll just kind of you'll have to use your imagination a little bit when I show you. But something I'm gonna have to keep an eye on a little bit, and that is this hill. So the further we get over here, the steeper this hill gets. And we're at the point here where, hang on one second, let me toss this food over. We are at the point here. Hey piggies, please don't eat my pajama pants. Where it's starting to have a little bit of a negative effect. So you can see right here, this bunch of like uprooted briars and junk that were right here. And again, just another great example of what the pigs can do and the damage they can do, or good, right? Which for me, this is good, right? Destroying these briars, but they're right here, but they were smashed into this fence to the point that this fence was underneath of where they are right now. They were just sort of laid over, and this pole right here was actually completely horizontal and laid over. So I actually ended up, it was in this spot, I lifted it and put it right here instead, and so the whole fence is brought back a couple of feet, so it's not being pushed down by that anymore. But it had it totally like flattened out. It was super grounded, and it was like that in a few different spots. So there was that spot right there, and there's another spot right here, which you can't really tell now, but I kind of cut a little, it's still grounding, but the pigs have been respecting it. But I cut a little bit with an axe here out of this log so it didn't mess up the fence entirely, so the pigs couldn't just go right under it. But you can see where it's starting. They're starting to mound this up, and I'm gonna have to move them soon. But this was all on top of this log here, and there were a couple sticks stuck through there, and the fence was like a good 6 or 8 inches sagging down. And there is even another spot where that's a little bit of an issue still. So you can see right here, this is a great example. I have to keep an eye on how this is doing so I don't end up too grounded out, or just with, ow, shocked myself, or just with so much mass here that the pigs push it down and can climb on top of it and just walk out. So this netting has been great, and it's been better than anything else that I've used so far. That might partially be because of the pigs not being trained to electric before I got them, but one of the downfalls is definitely this getting mounded up and pushing the whole netting down. Because if I had something that was up to, say, the second string on this netting, and I didn't really have to worry so much about that being mounded up and pushed over, or if there was like, you know, the second string and then the fourth string, where I know that they would still respect it if they touched it with their nose, that would kind of solve the problem for this area. But I don't trust them with polywire, so what I'm gonna have to do is, as I'm going further and further down this hill, keep an eye on the pigs more frequently. I am coming out and checking them every day, but I'm not always walking around the entire fence every day, and I totally missed that that was starting to get pushed over. So I really need to make sure as we're going down this hill, I'm walking around the fence every day, and that nothing is smashing it down, especially when it's wet. Because it is certainly, I mean, just in what has changed in here, it's been raining the past few days, and just they can do so much more and move so much more when there's just a little bit of moisture and water allowing them to come in and do some more damage. And just, If you ever have pigs, you'll see. You'll see. But just, if you guys are using that netting and you're on any sort of decline like that, then keep that in mind. But the good thing is, you saw where that's mounting up, and it does the same thing here. It did the same thing here where they were. It almost creates a little bit of a berm. It's not a berm that you would go out and create yourself, right? You would do a better job than this, but it is a net positive that water isn't just gonna shed full speed straight through this down the hill and wash all of the soil off. So having this, you know, little mound here, I'm gonna call it a berm, maybe a pig berm, and right here, right, you can see kind of the same thing right here, especially maybe if I get low. And they've done the same thing. Sorry, I'm jerking you guys around everywhere. The same thing right here. This is probably more noticeable, which is a kind of a net positive, and they can do that even more when it's wet. So it's a negative because it's pushing down on my netting, but a positive in what it can do to kind of help us out. But I noticed that today, so I just wanted to kind of make a quick video and point it out. And yeah, that's it. So I'll catch you guys next time.